So, you've heard a bunch of stories about Omaha, Nebraska. Maybe some of them are true and maybe some are way off. But if you're curious about what it's really like to move here, stay tuned because today I'm calling out some of the common myths about Omaha and giving you the reality behind them. I'm Stephany Cabrales, your Omaha area realtor and local guide. If you want insider tips on neighborhoods, real estate, and life in the Midwest, go ahead and hit that subscribe button to always stay up to date. Alright, let's go ahead and jump in. Myth number 1 is going to be Omaha is nothing but cornfields. Many folks imagine Omaha as an endless stretch of cornfields and farmland. Now, the truth is that sure, Nebraska is known for agriculture, but Omaha is a thriving metro area with skyscrapers, diverse neighborhoods, and a broad range of cultural hotspots. Downtown Omaha sports modern office towers. The Old Market District is packed with restaurants and boutiques, and you'll see new housing developments cropping up all around. And while farmland surrounds the region, Omaha itself is quite metropolitan with restaurants, concert venues, museums, and more. Myth number 2, the weather is too extreme to handle. Alright, people say Omaha's winters are unbearable and that summers are scorching, like it's impossible to enjoy the outdoors. The reality is that yes, winters get cold. We get the teens, single digits, and below 0 degrees type of weather. But the reality is that winters just haven't been the same in the past years. Sure, there are still really cold days, but the winter hasn't lasted as long as it used to. And snowstorms have not been super common. Sure, we get at least one snowstorm every winter season, but we used to get multiple snowstorms during the winter season. Now, the summers can be hot. High 90s, sometimes triple digits, but really nothing above 100 degrees. In my opinion, the humidity is sometimes worse because humidity is what essentially makes outside feel hotter than it should. However, on those days, people mainly stay home with their AC on. Now let's talk about some seasonal perks. In winter, we have sledding hills, hot chocolate, and cozy cafes. And the city is also very well prepared with snowplows. Summer brings barbecues, visits to the zoo, splash pads for kids, and lakes for cooling off. So, if you're open to experiencing the true 4 seasons of the year, then living in Omaha's climate can actually be a plus for you, offering a fresh change every few months. Myth number 3 is going to be there's nothing to do in Omaha. Now, another big misconception is that Omaha is dull, like you'll have to drive hours for any excitement. Now, I could partially agree with this, but the reality is that you can find exciting things to do in Omaha. We have tons of cool spots to check out, I promise. However, I would say that if you are looking for newer experiences and maybe some stuff you haven't experienced before, then yes, you may find yourself in a car driving a couple hours. For example, if you're someone who loves hiking, Omaha doesn't have the mountains for that. But you can drive a couple hours to Colorado where you will surely find what you're looking for. Now, Omaha may not be a mega city like Chicago, but I don't know if I would call it boring. So, get yourself some friends that can hang out with you and go explore Omaha. Now, if these myth-busting facts are helping you get a clear picture of what Omaha really is, and maybe you were going to relocate here anyways, well, I would love to help you navigate the Omaha metro area and help you find the perfect home that you're looking for. My contact information will be on the screen and on the description below, so feel free to text me, call me, or email me. I'm here to help. Myth number 4, public transportation is great in Omaha. Some people assume that Omaha, because it's a great metro area, has a robust public transportation system like larger cities. You know, subways, trains, or an extensive bus network. The reality is that Omaha is very car-centric. Yes, there are buses, and the city has improved with a bus rapid transit line, ORBT, which I call Orbit. But it's still not the extensive bus system that you may see in places like New York or Chicago. Most residents rely on their own vehicles for day-to-day life. So if you're coming from a city where you've never needed a car, moving to Omaha will likely require budgeting for gas, insurance, and maintenance of a car, or carefully planning your bus routes as well. So while improvements are ongoing, public transit remains limited, and it's important to know that car ownership is generally the norm here. Myth number 5, people may think that the schools aren't competitive in Omaha. A lingering rumor is that Nebraska school lag behind bigger states like California or Texas. The reality is that Omaha's public schools often rank among the better in the region, with districts like Millard, Elkhorn, Westside, and Papillion-La Vista, which boast strong academic and extracurricular programs. Also, we have private and parochial schools, which add variety to the city and prepares many kids to go on to top universities. So if your child is into robotics, you'll find STEM clubs and programs for them. If they love the arts, show choirs and theater programs are robust as well. And the city invests in these schools because families demand quality education. So if you're moving with children or planning a family, rest assured that Omaha's education landscape can hold its own. Now, myth number 6 is that there is no diversity or cultural mix. People assume that Omaha's population is homogeneous with little cultural variety. Reality is that Omaha is more diverse than many expect. South Omaha, for example, features a strong Latin American community, while North Omaha has deep African American roots. And there are growing Asian communities as well all throughout. There are several annual cultural festivals that reflect the cultural diversity of Omaha, as well as restaurants and neighborhoods. You might attend a Cinco de Mayo celebration in South Omaha one weekend, then enjoy a Juneteenth event in North Omaha the next, while sampling authentic Ethiopian and Vietnamese food while you're at it. So even though Omaha is not as large and bigger as other metros, Omaha's cultural transparency is very visible, and it's also evolving. Alright guys, so that's a wrap on some of the myths versus realities of Nebraska/Omaha. Now, I know there probably are way more myths about Nebraska, and if you have heard any that I didn't mention today, leave a comment below and let me know what are others saying about Nebraska. But for now, if you learned something new today, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep up with future videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!